Hey guys, it's me, Eddie, and today I'm gonna be talking to you about how I edit my Instagram photos. I actually already have a video on this, but people keep asking me, and also I did change the way I edit my Instagram feed photos a little bit. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know I prefer a sort of like more, you can't even fucking see it, I prefer more of like a colder, because I don't really like warm colors. I prefer cooler like blues and whites in my feed, and a little bit of pink every now and then. But in general, I think the way that because a lot of people think it's a filter that I use Foodie to take most photos, but I think any photo I can apply this like method to and it will still kind of give me the same look. Yeah, I'm doing the same exact steps for every photo. So like I said, I use Foodie for a lot of pictures that I take. I love how Foodie's meant for food photos, but like everyone uses it for selfies. The filters on here, I think, like I'm not a huge filter person, but I think they're kind of cute, I guess. I often use TR1 for my filters, but really matter too much. Also, sometimes I use YU4, but you know, it also depends on like the lighting, because some filters come off more warm or more cool depending on the lighting in the place that you're at. So yeah, I use either that or the regular iPhone camera. I have a 6S, because I find that sometimes if you use a camera app, it will make the camera, like the regular camera app will have like the resolution will be much better, and I feel like the higher the resolution of the photo, the more high quality will come out at the end, because I do put it through two different apps, like editing apps. So the more apps you put it through, I feel like the quality gets less and less. For editing the actual color, I use Facetune. Facetune I use for like general edits, like my skin and like like liquefying, like if my head is looking wonky or some shit, or like want to fix my face a little bit, I'll use Facetune. And also there's a certain filter in Facetune that will give me the overall general look that I want, and then in Vsco, that's where I fine-tune the coloring. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you, because I don't know how y'all do that shit with like the capturing your iPhone screen, and I'm just gonna do it to get away and just film my phone screen. You probably won't be able to pick up every single little detail like with me filming my phone, but hopefully you'll get the general idea. Alright, so here is my phone screen. I already have a picture that I'm going to use. That one, obviously. So this is a picture that I took the other day, and I think it'll be a good example for what I will be doing, for the general things that I tend to do. So I import the photo. The first thing I tend to do is I look at the photo and I see if, because like I was saying earlier, I don't really like really yellow photos. A lot of that can be fixed with the filter that I use at the very end, but in some areas like this where it's like intensely yellow, I will use the whiten function, and I'll just go over those parts. You do need to be careful around like your skin though, because you can use it on your skin a little bit, but you can easily fuck up and make it look like you have patches of white on your skin, which, you know, doesn't really make sense. And you know, I could go over my shirt, but I think I'll go over a little bit, just the really yellow parts, because like I said, the filter will take care of a lot of that yellow. And oftentimes I'll go over my hair, because you see above me there were like really warm lights. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I often will just do that on furniture or like things that are behind me. You can check to see. This little before and after function really helps as well if you accidentally got, like say the wall behind me was yellow, like this area was yellow behind me. So oftentimes I'll have to like go up close to my skin, but I won't notice that I accidentally went over to my skin too much. So doing this little function will help me see the areas that I accidentally went over that I shouldn't have, and if I did, then I'll just use the erase function. But I'll say okay, and then after that I'll usually just go fix my skin. I use the smooth. I don't do too much, because I find that if I edit the skin too much, it will look really fake. So I really just use smooth. Smoother makes it look way too photoshopped. So yeah, I kind of just do this on my acne scarring above my on my cheeks and stuff. And then after that, I'll go in with the liquefy, or on here it's called reshape. I'll use the refine tool to just fix any little things that I don't really like. Like for example, here my head is looking fucking weird, so I'll fix this. I know there are going to be a lot of people out there that are like, oh my god, you're so fucking fake, but honestly, like, I really don't. As long as it still looks like you, I think it should be okay. What I say as people take pictures of me and they're like, wow, you got a picture of him, but like, is that what he really? It doesn't look like his Instagram. Look, y'all got me at a bad angle, okay? Y'all want to take your goddamn like full body shots instead of selfies. One thing you have to be super careful about is if you have things in the background like these lines, you have to be extremely careful around fixing areas that are near places like that, because for example, I often fix my neck. Like, it's long, but I can't fix anything about that, so I'll make it look a little bit more wide. But you see this line right here, it will obviously, like, you see how the line bends, so I can fix that in Photoshop, but I'm not gonna fucking put this shit in Photoshop, so I'll just leave that alone. I also fix my shoulders sometimes. Like, I can't fix it in this one because there's so many lines in the background, but you know, I think that's totally fine. I'll often fix maybe my nostril a little bit, just like a tiny bit, not that much. I take it in a little bit. I did get plastic surgery, but my nostrils are still a little bit wide, which is okay. I'll also fix the cheekbones right here, because my cheekbones here jut out a tiny bit. Fix my my botched fillers, because there's a little bit of like a weird wave in my cheek. So overall, this is the main difference. You can see the light here looks a little bit like wonky, but I don't think it really matters too much because the lights are strung in a certain fashion above there anyway, so I don't think it makes, like, it's not obvious, really. Yeah, like, I don't do that much to my face, only a little, especially because I did all this shit to my face already, like my surgery and fillers, so I really don't see the point in, like, really changing my face anyway. And I really don't think anybody should, but, you know, if you want to do it, I don't fucking care, it's your life, do whatever the fuck you want. Then after that, it's pretty much all the main edits. Now I just have to put the filter on. The only filter that I use is, it's under, obviously, filters, and it's under paper. I use black and white cool, and what this does, it creates this filter, but obviously that's too much, so I go all the way, like, I take it all off, and then I slowly slide it right, just so that it knocks out a lot of the warmth in the photo, and you get more of, like, that cool tone to the picture, and I'm pretty happy with that, so I'll leave it at that. A lot of times that will knock out your skin tone as well, so you do have to keep that in mind. A lot of people are like, oh my god, whitewashing, oh my god. Like, girl, it's just for the aesthetics. Like, it has nothing to do with that shit. Some people, I swear to god, get so fucking caught up, but anyway, yeah, that's all the edits that I do on Facetune. Then I just save to camera roll so that we can move on to Vsco Cam. So the way Vsco Cam is set up, it's already set up in like this grid thing, so it gives you basically it gives me like a preview of what my Instagram feed will look like, and it looks pretty good, I guess, already, but compared to the rest of the photos, it's still a little bit more warm, so I am gonna tune it a little bit using the not filters, but the like little adjustments thing here. And the main ones I use are saturation and temperature. What saturation does is it basically takes out color from the photo, so I'm gonna lower it just a little bit. I don't want to look dead, but enough to like lower the warmth, and I'll save it just to keep. I go back and forth often to compare it with the rest of the photos. You know, it's not how I want it. So after that, I'll go in with temperature. Temperature will help you adjust like the warmth and the coolness of the photo, and obviously I go more towards the cool side. I don't do it too much, otherwise it'll look too blue, and that's not the look I'm really going for. So I'll kind of take it down just to the threshold of before it starts to really turn blue, kind of here-ish. And then I'll save it, and that's definitely looking more like how I want it with the rest of my feed. And doing all of these edits can sometimes make it look a little washed out, so I'll often go with contrast and raise it a little bit just to make those blacks a little darker and those whites a little bit, I guess, more pronounced, I suppose, just so that there's more contrast in the photo and it doesn't look too like blurry and washed out. And I think that's pretty much it. Then I just save it and I upload it on Instagram. Now, this isn't exactly a method that you want to use if you're trying to show off like eye makeup or like your makeup in general, because it will take out a lot of the color from your face or the picture in general. But it's kind of just the method that I use for like every one of my photos, only because I like I'm not trying to keep like a super, because it's not, obviously, if you look at my feed, it's not super uniform. It just has like, you know, a kind of, it doesn't even have a flow either. It's all within the same tone. I used to be super anal about what I post on Instagram, the way it looks. But for me, I'm just happy with how it looks as long as all the photos are in the same similar color tone family. Just make sure that the original photo is easy to edit, in the sense that, because if you take a picture outside in the dark, you know, depending on the feed that you have, you can still edit it in this fashion, but if you're taking it in a place where, like, let's say you're taking it out at the beach where it's like 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. where the sun is starting to set and looks super yellow, that's going to be way harder and it's going to come off a little bit more artificial looking. But anyway, hopefully that will help you get started if you're kind of new to editing photos, I guess, for Instagram. Yeah, I wouldn't call myself Instagram goals, but that's just what I do. I hope you guys find that useful, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I'll link also the apps down below for you to click on them if you're interested. Alright, bye-bye.
This way, this way, this way.